What on earth messes up your body more than acidity? This acidity leads to, I'm talking about acidity in the blood and the body. Okay? And this acidity leads to inflammation in the blood. Okay? And this is where all hell lets loose. This is where you get, or just open yourself up to all types of diseases. You know, because the acidity, as I mentioned previously, doesn't allow your body to absorb nutrients, doesn't allow your body to do cells, regenerating of cells, and it also does not allow the body to get rid of toxic metals, which are a big thing today as well, from the blood. So it was really interesting, in fact, to discover in my research quantum physics in epigenetics proves that we are 100% energy. So we are just a vibrating unit at a certain frequency, and that we can see at that frequency each other, and we can bump into each other because of that frequency that we vibrate at. Okay? But there are other bodies or aspects of ourselves which vibrate, which we can't see, at a higher level, and those don't bump into each other. Okay? But I don't want to get into too much detail there, because I really want to talk more about the journey and the results of the journey. Epigenetics is a very big thing forward. Okay, but coming back to inflammation of the blood, you don't realize you have it as much as the acidity. You know, although acidity, you will get fatigued, and you'll sleep perhaps more than usual, or get fatigued during your work. But with inflammation in the blood, there's very little evidence that you have inflammation of the blood. But it does open up your body to all sorts of diseases, like cancer, okay? Certainly like diabetes, and many other, but particularly cardiovascular, actually, because that hit me in quite a big way, and certainly neurological diseases like MS and Alzheimer's, and many others, and I will be talking about those. So autoimmune diseases are rife because there's blood in the inflammation. Autoimmune diseases are rife because there's inflammation in the blood. And so this is something that we really need to be paying attention to, because now you'll be getting all sorts of killer cells eating your tissues. Okay, and that's not like, and that creates free radicals in your body, which is also not good. Okay, and so you're opening yourself to all types of diseases, as I said. But when I knew that, I sort of said to myself, well, what now? What was I missing? And with my research, I realized that from the symptoms, and we'll cover these in more details, and I certainly cover them in my detailed ebook called 2021, The 7 Secrets to Total Health Forever. No, the 6 Secrets. The 6 Secrets to Total Health Forever. But for this vlog, it's important for me to tell you, kidneys were the main problems. My kidneys were not operating at total efficiency, and so the kidney started extracting chemicals from my muscles and my bones and my joints. Okay, yeah, things like calcium and potassium and sodium, which the kidneys needed to avoid itself being being damaged and burnt. In actual fact, the kidneys need it. So that there wasn't enough in the body. Not that I wasn't eating it, remember. I was eating sufficient, but it wasn't being absorbed. Okay, and this was the issue. And so I will tell you now in a moment some of the things you need to start with. Just start with, okay? But certainly the lungs and the kidneys, because the two work together, the lungs and the kidneys, and then the immune system, and then the nervous system. And I will be talking a lot more about the nervous system, because that's probably the most important thing for longevity, and certainly to get rid of your diabetes and make sure you don't get Alzheimer's. Very important. So anyway, I realized that nerves were my missing link out of that whole process, about the kidneys and the lungs. And I realized that's why I was getting arthritis, because the kidneys were, playing games on my muscles. And yeah, so anyway, let me just give you some advice of what I did and what to do practically, what to eat just for now. We'll go into more detail later. But for today, okay, the most important aspect to eat. You could do it every day, but certainly, a few times a week otherwise. And that is stewed apples. Eat stewed apples. Red-skinned, the redder the skin, the better, okay? Because there are lots of different colors. The red skin, take out the pips and stew the apples for a few minutes. That's important. You must have the skin still on. And then, have some of that, put it in the fridge. You can have it warmed up or cold. It really doesn't matter. But stewed apples has ingredients. Our great-grandmothers used to say an apple a day keeps the doctor away. Oh my goodness, that is so close to the truth, okay? But remember, it really has to be an organic apple. You'll still get some of the benefits if it's not organic, but go out of your way to find organic. And organic is the future, okay? You'll be playing your part if you are supporting financially buying organic apples, because organic farming is the future of the earth. Love is in the earth. So always buy organic. The one other thing I want to leave you with is eat fermented vegetables, okay? Preferably sauerkraut, but that's, not everybody's. I eat sauerkraut. I buy sauerkraut, organic sauerkraut mixed with turmeric. You don't have to buy it mixed with turmeric. You can put your own turmeric in, but turmeric with your fermented vegetable, and it doesn't have to be cabbage like sauerkraut. It can be another one, and you can make them yourself, definitely. I don't. Just a lot easier because I've got a lovely organic shop that we buy our things from, and I like to buy local to support local as well. So anyway, enough for today, and we'll talk a little bit more in the very near future. Love is in the earth.